project for a little lady that I happen to know loves fairies. If you're familiar with the film at all, you know that I was able to contribute to Firefly Forest anonymously. In fact, it wasn't until the film's release that my identity was actually revealed. And there's a reason for that. And I felt very, very certain that my anonymity was important, not just for myself, not just for Tyler, but also for the people who were experiencing all that was happening there. I really felt like, well, I recognized immediately that people were assigning meaning, a different meaning, to each one of these experiences in the forest. And what that told me was they needed it to be something. They wanted it to be something unique to them. And I didn't want to rob them of that experience. I felt like if my face was linked to the creator of Firefly Forest, it might change how they experienced the magic that was legitimately taking place there in that forest at that time. And so I protected my identity pretty closely and successfully until the film came out. But here we are today. So obviously I don't get to contribute anonymously in the same way that I used to, but I do look for opportunities to do it any chance I get. So this is kind of one of those examples. This little lady does not know that I am the creator, but her parents do. And that's just smart, right? It gets kind of weird when you're delivering things for kids and parents are wondering where exactly these things are coming from or what's going on. And so we're just keeping everything on the up and up. Anyway, so I plan to deliver this home tomorrow, and I'll do it in kind of a magical way. But the goal here is not to create a home for them. Rather, it's to provide the bones of a home. I have always seen myself more as a facilitator rather than a creator. And facilitating what? Connection. I'm a connections gal. I'm a relationships person. I believe that that's really what we're all seeking after. And so that's what my goal is as a facilitator. And so here I will deliver the home, and I'm going to share that experience with you as well, so stay tuned. But I'll show you how I kind of finish the home, how I deliver it, and with the help of her parents, they're going to show you how they experience it from the other side. And so I'm kind of excited about that. Anyway, the reason I want to kind of include you in this process, so it's not really anonymous, but this little gal doesn't know that, so it's okay, is because I talk a lot about sharing your gifts and talents, my gifts and talents with the world. And the reason is, I believe that that is how we change the world. Sometimes it feels like, the forces that are going on in the world, the things that are very negative and really feel overwhelming, whether you're talking about politics or you're talking about, all of the distress and upheaval that's going on in the rest of the world. There are truly awful things that are happening. And it can feel very, very overwhelming, particularly when you feel like you would like to be proactive and do something to contribute in a positive way. I believe that really the most effective way to do that is with small and simple acts of kindness. And for me, what is a small and simple act of kindness? It can be anything. But I learned that when you share your unique gifts and talents, now I'm doing fairy homes, but that is not all I do. And that's certainly, on the scale of kind acts, it ranks pretty low. Far more important are those moments that are unseen. Far more important are those moments of true sacrifice on the part of one individual for the sake of another who is desperately in need. Those are the acts that go unnoticed every day by the bulk of society, but very literally change the course of someone's life and change hearts. How do we change the world? One heart at a time. And so the reason I want to share this process with you is this is something that I'm doing. But to change the world, to change hearts, it doesn't have to be this kind of project. It's whatever your gift and talent is, freely shared, authentically shared. It doesn't matter what it is, it matters that it is. And when you share the very best of yourself for the sake of lifting another, that is how you change the world. And so when I talk about all the things that I'm doing creatively with Fairy Forests and all of those things, remember this is just a love, this is just a project that very happily has become meaningful to other people, but there are things that are so much more important rather than the building of a house. It's really the building of a community, the building of an individual.